For all of you in your 20s and younger, please stop beating yourself up over the fact that you don't have what a 50 or a 60-year-old has. Please stop. Don't even burden yourself over the fact that you don't have what someone in their mid-20s has. Oh, I'm 28, I'm 29, and this 23-year-old's a millionaire. I should have that. Why haven't I done this? Oh my God, I'm a failure. No, maybe that person just really knows what they're doing. You know, oftentimes we have been put into this hyper-competitive world, and if you do not fit what society says is a success by this certain time, then you're a failure. But how many rich people complain about the fact that, oh my gosh, I was so mad that I wasn't rich at 18? Nobody. They're just happy that they're rich. You know, they say that life is a marathon, not a sprint. And sometimes you have to apply that principle. I'm never saying accept lesser in your life, but sometimes you just simply have to be realistic. Let's do a very simple example real quick. Let's all count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, most of us are in our 20s, and me, myself, I'm about to go into my 30s next year. So out of that 10, 1, 2, 3. So me at this point, and some of y'all at 20, and some of y'all are younger than 20 years old, we're comparing ourselves to someone that's been around this earth for 40, 50, 60, 70 years. So you mean to tell me if you're running in a straight line and this person got 50 minutes ahead of you, why are you're mad that you're not where they are when they got 50 years of a head start on you? Does that make sense? Then some of you are hating on people, or some of you are hating on yourselves rather. You're getting mad at yourself for not having what someone lied for, cheated, stole. And you're mad that you don't have what they have. All these scammers out here that like influence the whole culture. Everyone wants to come out here and be a scammer. Whatever happened to a good, honest living? A good, honest living does not simply need to mean go to work, punch your time clock, punch out, and go home. No, it's a good, honest living. You can make money through legit methods. You know what I'm saying? You can make money by being a good person. You can make money by doing, and some people need to realize this, by at first doing some things for free. Some people wonder why they can't sell their socks for $60 a pair. Well, people buying Gucci, people buying Prada, and even though we should probably stop sending our money to these name brands that don't give a shit about us anyway, it's like still, they are a name brand. They have been established. They have been here for a long freaking time. You literally bought some socks off of like what's it called, a bulk dealer, and you're trying to sell it for 60, and you're mad that you don't have what they have. You don't have the connections they have. You don't have the what's the word I'm looking for? The heritage. I know it's a better word I'm looking for. The legacy. You don't have the legacy that they have, and you're comparing yourself to them. Hate to break it to you, but this is where sometimes you have to be realistic. There's nothing wrong with having big dreams, but you gotta be realistic. You gotta work your way up. Like you can say in many avenues of life, there's levels to this shit. And you're beating yourself up when you're on this step of the race. 10, 20, 30 years old, and you're mad that you don't have what someone has that's 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 years old. Man, I just want to be rich. How do they have it? Oh my God, because it's like this 0.00001% of 22-year-olds is a millionaire. Oh my God, that must be a failure. No. You know how they always say it's not about how you start, it's about how you finish? Well, kinda. As long as you finish the race, that's all that matters. Once you get around a whole bunch of wealthy people, very few, I would believe, would sit here complaining about the fact that they weren't rich at 19, 20 years old. I can already speak to that effect, and I'm not rich in the physical yet, but I see what's coming. I'm just sitting here waiting for it. You know what I'm saying? But I told y'all how I made an investment in cryptocurrency early on. And when I was starting to learn how to navigate the crypto market, I moved those funds and moved it over to what I found to be a more reliable investment, right? You know, emulate wealth. What would the wealthy people do? Put my pennies next to their dollars, copycat them until I got my own, right? But then I found out, like a few months after I had moved my funds from that investment had went up, and I could have made $1.2 million. And to this day, not to this day, but at first it pissed me off, but to this very day, I'm extremely happy I didn't make that $1 million at that point. Why? Because I would, like, even though I would have been responsible and reinvested and stuff like that, I still wouldn't have understood what it meant to develop the level of patience required to maintain wealth, to generate generational wealth. You see what I'm saying? If I had made it back then, I would have bought some stupid stuff. I will try to retire my parents too early, have a couple $100,000 left instead of the multi-millions that are coming down the pipeline in my life. You see what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, when I get it, I got it. I'm happy. I could quit my job. I could retire my parents. I can pay for nice, extravagant flights. I can help people in poverty. I can be like Drake, going to the store and paying for people's groceries, leaving $1,000 tips for waitresses that need it. You know what I'm saying? I could do all that. And in that mindset, I'm not going to be worried about, man, well, I should have been rich at 20. First of all, like, this is a separate video I want to make, just laying into people. But some of y'all really aren't ready to be rich. There are some people I do not deserve, that I truly do believe do not deserve to be rich, because you're going to get the bag. You're going to get those millions, billions, trillion. Why not? And somehow you're still going to find a way to screw it up, because you didn't learn patience. You didn't learn how to sit down and make an investment. You didn't learn not to make emotional decisions. So you're just going to go around flexing on people. And when people doubt that you have money, you're going to go buy some expensive ass car that you don't need to prove it to some random people. Sure, you're rich, but you didn't take the time to develop a wealth mindset. Riches are the physical things. Physical things fade. They grow, they appear in your life, they decay, and they float away in the wind. Wealth is a mindset that will continuously bring new avenues of riches into your life. I'm about to be 30. At the time of recording this video, I'm 29 years old. And I spent a lot of my 20s working on myself. I developed what I like to call it these days is I was working on my foundation. As y'all know, I have a construction background. One of the things in construction, before the big ass houses are built, the foundation has to be made. And there are certain things that go on beneath the grade, beneath the ground. It's called subgrade, under the grade, underground. This stuff is pivotal and vital in the success of this home being constructed, because if you don't lay the footers, if you don't get the proper rebar in there, if you don't lay the utilities, you're just gonna build a big ass, like a Barbie's playhouse that's gonna blow over in the wind when the big bad wolf comes over and blows your house over. You know what I'm saying? So you have to put in the work that no one's gonna see. No one sees the footers. No one sees the utilities going in the ground. All they see is the big ass house, the fancy driveway, the in-house, the in-house theater, the pool, the basketball court. They see all that, but you don't see the electricity. You don't see the utility lines that have to connect to the municipalities. You don't see all of that. You just see the final product. And a lot of times, people that are jealous of the final product don't realize some of the work that people put in on their subgrade, put in on their foundation. A lot of times, I know we live in a new age where you can make one little song on TikTok and get put on TV, but it's just like, we think that some of these rappers came up overnight when they have like 12 mixtapes that no one's ever heard of, but they had to slowly build up their fan base. Yes, some of you artists out there are significantly better than the people that are on TV, but like I said before, there's a good, honest living. Do you want to make art, or do you want to do what's popular? You know what I'm saying? If you're a young lady and you want to be the dopest MC ever, do you have to shake your ass and show your titties and do provocative actions to get some clout, get some attention? Or are you going to rely on your skills? Are you going to rely on your belief, your faith? Are you going to rely on your own talent? Or are you going to take the cheap way out? People can lie, cheat, steal. Is that the way you want to make your money? You always have to be looking over your shoulder. You always have to be wondering if that person you stole from is going to come get their get back. Are you always going to have to be worried about when karma's going to come to collect? Because we all say that karma's a bitch, but karma's only a bitch when you live on the wrong side of the pendulum. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, young people, myself included, because I forget how young I am sometimes, please remember that life is a marathon, not a sprint. As long as you cross the finish line, no one's going to care. If you get your wealth at 20, congratulations. If you get your wealth at 30, congratulations. If you get your riches at 40, congratulations. If you get them at 50, congratulations. Who cares? At some point, you got it when you were supposed to. Because like I said, if I had gotten it way back when, I probably wouldn't be as rich. You see what I'm saying? I'm a millionaire. I'm done Cool. Screw learning about money. Screw learning about the new financial system. Screw learning about this. Screw learning about that. Why would I need to? I'm already a millionaire. I'm good. And then that money is going to get put into depreciating assets, which is going to make my wealth dwindle and dwindle and dwindle and dwindle. And if I had gotten it when I was in a certain mindset that I was in, I would have been stressed. Oh my God, oh, I lost 10 grand. Oh my God, I lost 30, 40, 50, 50, and then I'm punching the time clock again. This way I know what it is I'm working for. And when I already have a plan in place for when I achieve it. Use this time now to plan. Every day that you don't have these riches is another day that you can plan. You are in your 20s. Remember all of these 100 years that I'm symbolizing with my fingers? You're on 1, 2, maybe 3. You got all this left to go. Stop being mad. Just keep on playing it and prepare to the next one.